What's going on, y'all? It's your favorite YouTuber, Haley. I know it's been a while since I made a video, so I'm just the random girl that pops up every now and then on your feed. But I hope everybody's doing good. What's been going on with me? Just a little short background. I took a year and a half off from sailing with Msc after being in for 5 years. And I don't know, I just got burnt out. So I took a little time off for myself, and I went and worked for TSA at the airport for a little while, which also sucked. So disclaimer, the grass is not greener on the other side, y'all, okay? But I wanted to make an updated video because I just previously went through Neo again, the new hire orientation for Msc. And a lot of things have changed since 2019 when I first went through Neo. So yeah, I went through Neo, like I said, 2019, it was pre-COVID. A lot of things were different then. But I wanted to give y'all an updated video on what has changed, what I like, pros and cons of the good side and the bad side of what's changed for Neo and Msc. But anyways, I have a short list. I like notes. Let's start with the pros. One of the pros that I have noticed that's changed with Msc is that they have updated the hotels that they put us in. That's if you're going through Neo. That's if you're going, you're just in the pool waiting for a ship assignment. The hotels have gotten tremendously better versus where they were putting us before in downtown Norfolk, across from the projects. With that being said, I'm at a hotel right now. I'm not gonna give the name, but it's on the freaking Virginia Beach, a couple steps away. I love that. Thank you, Msc. Let's see, I'm gonna go with a con now. So I remember, I have all my stuff right here, excuse me. I remember in 2019, when I went through, they would give us physical copies of the CMPI, which is this guy right here. If you're not aware of what this is and you work for Msc, shame on you, because you should know about your pay. You should know about, I don't know, when standing a watch as an engineer, while the ship is being operated in an unattended engine room mode, and then blah, blah, blah. It tells you exactly what you need to be doing for your job, and it tells you about the pay. So if you ever have like a discrepancy with your supervisor about you feel like you need to be getting paid something and they say that you don't, you can reference this and, dish it out that way. And I have done that multiple times in my career with Msc because of this guy right here. So they don't hand this out anymore, a physical copy. I asked about it numerous times to different people at Neo, the instructors, and it was all like, oh, it's online now, just go online. I'm like, look, what if I'm out there on a ship and I have a question that needs to be addressed by this book. And, I know a lot of the ships now are starting to get Wi-Fi, but it's a slow process, right? You have to go into like a shipyard period, they have to install it. It's going to take a long time. So what if I'm out there in the middle of the ocean, don't have service, don't have Wi-Fi, and everybody knows that those computers on the ship are super slow. So I feel like having a physical copy of the CMPI handy would really help out new SIMMARs, old SIMMARs. This one I think is, oh my God, it's pretty old, but there's still some good information in here that I'll probably still reference. But yeah, so that was their answer, was it's online. So to wrap this part up, if you're a new mariner with Msc or an existing mariner, this is gonna be your Bible, guys, okay? So keep that in mind, CMPI. So I'm gonna put that over there. Let's see, I dropped my paper again. Okay. I'm gonna go with a pro. So a pro was, I got to meet my detailer, right? And if you don't know what a detailer is, it's the person that's like your HR person that assigns you to ships. It's like, it's really your main point of contact if you have a question about anything, and they handle your assignments and stuff. So in 2019, I had no idea who my detailer was, right? I never knew what this lady looked like. We would only talk with emails. So it was a lot of like, I don't know how to say it, like blank space. Like the relationship that we had was non-existent. Only if I had like a really like, I don't know, outlandish issue that needed to be addressed. But I think it was nice because at this Neo, they actually come and they talk to us, which is really cool. I thought, like, I was kind of like overwhelmed because I'm like, wow, these are the faces that, you know, are to these emails that, you know, sometimes never got answered or got answered and handled. But it was nice that they are actually coming and talking to Neo classes now. So good on Msc for that. Let's see, I'm gonna go with a con. A con is so they don't give you cat readers anymore, which in 2019 they offered me and gave me a free cat reader, which is for your cat card, so you can log on to government websites, so like MyPay. I don't know what else to freaking look at, but you know, you want to look at your pay. So they don't offer that anymore, which is fine. I mean, they're super cheap on Amazon. You can get them for like probably $5. And you can hook it up to your laptop and be able to use your cat card on your laptop. But you know, there's certain things like they want us to look at that we need a cat card reader for. So I feel like that should still be provided in Neo. And it's not, but that's fine. All right, a pro. They're focusing really hard on mental health now. They actually have like licensed therapists that actually come and talk to Neo classes, which I think is like, you know, it's kind of late to the game, but I still feel like, you know, it's an issue that needed to be addressed, and that is being addressed now because this job, I think, first of all, you have to be a little bit crazy to even consider doing this job. And that's fine. It's not like a bad crazy, but it is different. It's a different type of lifestyle. And, you know, some people recognize that right off, and then some people don't. And then when they get out there on the ship, it's like a bomb went off or something, you know, like they're just very unexpected type of lifestyle that I think a lot of young people are not used to. And so, you know, this can be really challenging on your mental health. I know like in 2019 on my first ship, it was pre-COVID, but then COVID like was happening while I was on the ship, and we went gangway up, meaning that we were not allowed to get off the ship because we didn't want you to get infected and infect the whole crew, right? So I don't know, with not being able to get off the ship for months, and you know, you're with the same people, surrounded by water, people start to turn on people and, you know, start talking ish about each other because there's nothing else to do. I know, like, the human mind is not built for that, you know, like even people in prison are able to go outside and, you know, like walk around and like at least do a little bit more than what we were doing. So I think they realized that mental health is starting to affect mariners more. So they made a whole week about mental health and their resources, and you know, there's always somebody there to you know, help you out if you're having a bad time. You're never alone, trust me. So they'll give you like a whole packet here. They have a nutrition person that comes and talks to you about nutrition, talk to you about Healthy Heart, which is like different menu items on the ship that are good for you, right? It'll have like a little heart by it. So yeah, I think MSC really needed this years ago, but I'm happy that it's here now, and I'm happy that you know, people know that there's resources. So moving on from that, I would say I'm gonna add on one more thing to the mental health part. Is there's a lot of group activities with that week that the therapists are coming in and talking to you. So you really get to know the people in your class, probably a little bit more than what you would like, but it definitely gets you out your shell, gets you talking. You get to see people's different views on things, you know, like I can't even, there were so many activities. I mean, I love them all because I'm all about, like, you know, team building and stuff, but just be prepared. You know, if you are a quiet person, that'll definitely test your limits, I guess would be the way to say that. Let's see. All right, so I would say a con, and just because this next one I'm a little sour about, I'm gonna be honest. So it's good for y'all, wasn't good for me. And I'm gonna just go right into it. So when I went to Neo, my Neo date was June 15th, right? And you know, I went through Neo, it's cool. I'm still in training at this moment. Well, not now, but I was when this came about. So they put in for a sign-on bonus for $11,000 for the position that I got hired for, right? And they put it into effect literally while I'm still in training on July 1st, I think it was. And I'm like, God, y'all, it's almost like y'all waited until, you know, Haley was done with training, so we don't have to give her this sign-on bonus, but yet I'm still in training. So, and I sent a mass email. I'm like, hey, how can I get my bonus, you know? And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, but you missed a deadline, or you just got hired before a deadline. Like, dude, I'm still in training. Give me my $11K. I want it right now. I'll take a check. I'll take a Venmo. I'll take a Cash App. But yeah, so that kind of left a little sour taste in my mouth, because it's like there was 4 assistant cooks. That's my position, assistant cook. There was 4 assistant cooks in my Neo class, and we're all like with our hands up, like, really? Like, I feel like at least my Neo class should have been grandfathered into receiving that bonus because we're still in training. So I let them know that that just really putting like a damper on my the beginning of my MSc career again, you know, because there's always been something. I promise, like with this company, there's a lot of good, but with that good, it'll be some bullshit that comes your way, okay? Trust me. I've been in for 5 years, took a year off, I'm back. So it has to be something good about this company for me to be back, right? So yeah, that's my little spiel about that. What else? I'm talking about what changed. So currently they're making us get a brown passport. This is an official government passport. It looks just like a regular passport, but it is brown. So you would use this only if you were on orders, official orders, to go to a different country or within the US. Do I know exactly what this all entails? No. But the way it was explained to me is that if a flight was canceled, you would get priority over somebody else because you are on official orders. So they're gonna take your picture at Neo, send off for this, and then they expect you to come and get it on the base. But with me, I don't live here in Virginia because Virginia state tax sucks. I feel sorry for you guys, but I live, you know, in Florida. So with that being said, I do not have a car here. So I cannot just drive up to the base and pick this up. But there was somebody on the base at the office that brought this to me and a few other of my classmates. So shout out to her. Thank you. But yeah, brown passport, be prepared for that. What else? Oh, so there was a time that they were making us get government credit cards. At the moment right now, that has not been brought up. I mean, it's been brought up, but they're not making us get it anymore. They used to force us to get it, but now I think they realized that it's a bit much, and started falling behind and paying the credit card bill off, and it was starting to affect people's personal credit. So yeah, it's kind of hard to depend on a company, your employer, to pay your credit card. And they'll go in and blame it on, oh, well, you didn't file your travel claim on time, so that's why it's delayed. It's always coming back to you. It's always your fault. But then sometimes maybe it is your fault, but to affect your personal credit and it's your employer's fault, it was no bueno for me. So I'm actually pretty happy that they don't make us get government travel cards anymore. But anyways, that's my whole spill. I don't think I have anything else for y'all. Let me just throw this in here. I think it's interesting that the medical certificate doesn't come on a little, funny feeling card anymore. It comes on just a piece of paper. That was freaking weird, Coast Guard. Like, we're cutting corners. Oh, and then the freaking MSC doesn't even come in like this cute little book anymore. It comes like a funny paper copy now. So the Coast Guard's really cutting back for us, aren't they? But anyways, I'm not gonna make this video too long. Oh my god. Wow, yeah, it's already pretty long. But anyways, that's just some information for y'all. That MSC has improved. Let me throw in Sinmar Support Center. It's 24 hours now. They used to not be, but there's always going to be somebody to answer the phone. If you ever have any questions, any issues, or you're stuck in freaking Singapore like I was and didn't know who to call, there always is somebody there to answer your questions, or try to answer your questions. But anyways, guys, safe sailing out there. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram, lady.trill on Instagram, or just leave a comment or a like or a subscribe. And I don't know when I'm gonna make another video. I'll just pop in and out of your lives, okay?